Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the war between the Russian Federation and Ukraine. So, as we speak today, a major winter storm has blown through the region, originating in the Black Sea, dumping snow on the Crimea and other places, obviously along the line of contact and where a lot of the fighting is occurring. There's been strong winds with, again, lots of snow and inclement weather. This has reduced the tempo of some operations. It's very difficult to use some of these smaller quadcopter type drones, these first-person drones that are being used to great effect in this conflict. But the news continues to tighten around Avdiivka. As we have talked about earlier, the main defensive line, the main Ukrainian defensive line, kind of on the southeastern outskirt of Avdiivka, was in fact penetrated by Russian forces. Russian forces are now consolidating control over this defensive belt to by the south by southeast direction. Furthermore, it is our understanding that the Russians have launched an operation designed to take control over this industrial facility here, which is located on the north by northeast section of Avdiivka. Now, this is a pro-Ukrainian map site, the Deep State map. And unfortunately, it's not giving accurate and updated information. We are hearing that the Russians may have, in fact, gained control over this industrial facility. We call it the Coke plant. But again, we cannot confirm that as of yet. We are still waiting for geolocation. We are still waiting for official confirmation that the Russians have taken control over this industrial site. And again, we are sticking by our contention that negotiations at the battlefield level, the warfighters on the ground between Ukraine and the Russian Federation are negotiating the possibility that the Ukrainians may surrender Avdiivka to the Russians. And obviously, the leadership in Kiev, they are very much opposed to the surrender of Avdiivka. They have instituted a not one step back order. There have even been reports that the Ukrainians have placed units behind the Avdiivka front lines that are designed to prevent Ukrainian forces from retreating. Now, that information has been very much proposed by both sides, these anti-retreat forces. But again, we can't confirm that, and we again can't confirm that on the Russian side either, but that is being reported. The big issue is that the Ukrainians simply can't retreat now from Avdiivka. The ability to withdraw is essentially zero right now. The Russians have complete fire control over the main route in which Ukrainian forces would withdraw from Avdiivka. The only real way that the Ukrainian forces could get out of Avdiivka would be with some sort of ceasefire instituted, and essentially the Russians allowing the Ukrainian forces to withdraw from Avdiivka. And that is not happening, obviously. Could the Russians be preparing for a mass surrender of Avdiivka? We just don't know at this point. But we do know that there is apparent communications between these frontline units, these Ukrainian units, and Russian forces that essentially have the Ukrainian forces encircled at this time. So again, we're going to watch this, and we're going to continue to watch this very, very closely. Additionally, we are getting reports that really both sides, okay, are having issues with armored and mechanized warfare. The dawn of the first-person kamikaze drones, these very advanced anti-tank guided weapon systems that can hit targets many, many kilometers before a lot of these armored vehicles can even locate or visually identify these anti-tank guided weapons teams. And then the ability of sensors to understand and triangulate just exactly where the opposing force is, and then to bring to bear very large amounts of artillery fire on those targets. This is a new war, a new type of war, a war that essentially two very large industrialized nations have really never seen before. And it's evolving as we speak. And one of the biggest factors right now is who is going to have the edge in electronic warfare. And that ultimately, electronic warfare and the ability to deny your adversary the ability to see the battlefield. It's not going to be the force that has the most tanks. It is going to be the force that has the greatest technology and the greatest ability to negate technology. That is going to be the ultimate winner in the future face of warfare. Again, warfare is changing dramatically as we speak. Obviously, behind the lines on both sides of the equation, Russia, China, the United States, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, there's great concern of just how fast warfare is evolving. Warfare is evolving so fast right now that many of these large corporations that provide armaments to nation states are having challenges, because what was a very effective weapon system just yesterday may go into antiquity. It is something that will not survive on the battlefield. And again, a lot of what's happening, a lot of what is going to change the shape of war is going to be the ability of the electronic warfare system to prevent the adversary, prevent the opposing force from seeing what is happening on the battlefield. Because when you can see what's happening on the battlefield, and then you can immediately respond with a precision-guided attack, it is very difficult to operate within the confines of maneuver warfare. And that's what we're seeing in this conflict right now. Both sides are evolving and adapting to what's happening in the changing shape of war. So more to come. Thank you for joining us today. And as always, we appreciate you joining us. Have a good day.